Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Kind of a big week here as we had a lot of recruits coming to visit. We played well against Coastal Carolina / New Mexico State. So I wanted to wait and proceed here to the next week so we can kind of experience the wait and hopefully the thrill of signing some guys. So let's advance on. All right, so there we go. We got Sean Maxwell, Marcus Bridges, Clint Johnson. Both Marcus and Clint are junior college guys. Billy White was a big signing. A lot of teams were after him. Looks like a solid freshman tackle for us. And then Richard Hancock signs as well. I think he is from New Mexico. So some big signings here for us. We had a lot of points tied up in these guys. That's gonna free up more points for the other guys. And Matt Jones, didn't even see that guy. So a great start to our recruiting class here in only week 7. So I don't know about you guys, but that simulation time between the week they visit, you sim to the next week, that wait in between is always exciting. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Maybe I'll speed it up to like 1.5 or 2 times in editing, but I really enjoy that wait to kind of see who signs and who doesn't. It's really exciting and nerve-wracking. Maybe one of my favorite parts of the game. So a great start to our recruiting class. I'm really excited about Sean Maxwell. I'm hoping that by signing Sean, that Justin Bryant doesn't transfer out, but we'll have to wait and see. If Justin decides to do that, wish him the best, and we'll be excited to have Sean there. But it'd be great to have both those guys battling it out. And then I think Marcus Bridges, Clint Johnson could step in and start right away. Billy White could start right away. Richard Hancock could get a red shirt. And Matt Jones redshirt as well. But we also got a positive visit. Brian Ziegler, that I think is a junior college athlete. We have him as a free safety. He got 300. And then John Mew is another junior college guy. Got 550. So just a really positive week last week with all these visits and coming away with a win. All right, let's move on to our bye week. All right, so with the bye week, we're just going to quick check in on recruiting. You can see we've got a lot of points left to use. And really quick, I just want to check in on our signees here. So Clint Johnson comes in with the speed that we're hoping for, good tackling, got some hit power, can cover, can kind of shed some blocks. Marcus Bridges, again, good enough speed, great coverage in the zone, he can press, little man coverage, good play rec, good pursuit. Sean Maxwell, again, 77 throw power, not at the elite level, but really good for incoming freshmen, and hopefully his throw accuracy can be up there as well. You can see he's a little bit elusive. Billy White, really excited about him. Just coming in as a freshman, with a C pass block, B run block, C impact, 78 strength. Just a lot of positive signs for him. And then Matt Jones, good speed, good acceleration, man coverage at B, zone at C. You can see presses at 71 already, good pursuit. Looks like a solid player. And then Richard Hancock, just double checking, from New Mexico. So again, getting one of the best guys in New Mexico here. Doesn't have the greatest speed, but acceleration looks like it's good enough. Got some power moves, some block shedding, but then tackling, hit power, and play rec are up there as well. So 6 really good signings, in 1 week. Frees up a lot of points. So let's go use those points. John Muse came in, continue to really pull away with him. I'm not comfortable taking any points off him. I really want to sign him. So we'll keep 175 on him. Maybe should have had more in him when he was visiting, so missed that, but 89% locked is really good. Sean Johnson probably ready for a visit here. So we're going to schedule him versus ranked Miami. Looking good on Sean Johnson. Matt Anderson coming in week 9. Continue to pull away by 210. Although those other teams got later visits. Makes me a little bit nervous. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Ray Mitchell, we keep climbing by 360. SMU has a visit this week. So we'll have to see how that goes. Then we go week 9. And hopefully can lock him up then. Vince Whitaker, not putting a lot into him. He is a New Mexico kid, but just maybe not the speed. Acceleration looks okay. So we'll have to decide if we want to dump some more points into him. Johnny Turner, you can see Notre Dame is gaining 50. So we'll bump up to 350 for Johnny Turner. Oops, not that much. We'll start with 350 and go from there. But you can see again that the speed, the acceleration is there. Tackling's at a C. So somebody I think that could really help us down the line. Daryl Harris, he should be ready to come visit. We'll get him versus Miami as well. Now, nobody else after him. It'd be really nice to lock in a kicker here soon. Move those points somewhere else. Andy Allen is a kid we added late, week 3, out of Nevada, jumping up by 175. We'll get him a scholarship. And as I look at his measurables here, his grades, speed at a D, that to me, he's a run-stopping D end. But that to me just kind of signifies that we'll probably move him inside and we'll get some faster guys on the edge. But we'll bump him to 200 here for now and see if we can get more points into him. David Finley, tight end, just a lot of C's for grades, which I like to see, no pun intended. Gaining 440, not quite ready for a visit. We'll keep 350 on him. I like that we're getting 440 here. Matt Allen looks like a good guard. We got 200 in him. I'd like to put more. We'll get to 350. Again, I don't ever want to miss on a lineman. Ryan Waller, junior college athlete, gaining by 410. I'm going to pump him to 350. Charles Collier, looks like a good freshman running back. We're going to get him a scholarship. And then I'm going to push him to 200. Brandon Tyler losing 295. I don't think I'm willing to pump any more points into him. That's disappointing. But we'll move on from him. Get him off the board. John Parham still going up 35. Nobody else has him on their board. And if I can lock in a tight end, I'm going to put in 100 into him and see kind of what happens. Daryl Burns, he's been on our board since the beginning. And nothing too flashy here. Decent speed, acceleration, but he's got a stiff arm, good spin, juke. So he's a little bit elusive. I'm going to get him a scholarship. All right, so Marcus Young, 66 overall. We just signed a D tackle. We've got another potential guy at D end that could move to D tackle. Although now that I kind of think about that, Andy Allen, as a D tackle, doesn't really suit us. We've got 6. We've signed 1. I'm gonna have to come back to Andy Allen. He doesn't have the speed we want. We could use those 200 points elsewhere. So hopefully I don't forget to come back and check on him. But Marcus Young is off our board. Nate McCullough, we just continue to go up, 180. Same with Isaac Simon and Jason Anderson. Again, I don't see enough here to offer them. Maybe Nate McCullough with his grades of B at speed and acceleration. But coverage isn't quite there. We got a lot of guys that we're targeting in the defensive backfield. Isaac Simon looks like he has decent coverage ability, but we just signed Matt Jones and Marcus Bridges, 2 corners, and so I just don't think we're going to continue to target these guys here. But we'll come back to them. Brandon Brown, again, a D tackle, off our board. Just don't need a D tackle anymore. Aaron Johnson moving up 25, decent speed, got some good route running, some catching traffic. Somebody we could maybe use. We took the top spot here. He's got good size. I'm going to offer him a scholarship. Jake Vincent going down 10. I'm not opposed to pumping 50 into him and kind of see how that plays out. I think offensive line-wise, Matt Allen looks good. We signed Billy White, so we just need 1 more. I'm actually going to hold off on Jake Vincent. Paul Lester, we're just going to keep him as is, continue to climb, but just not good enough to kind of throw points into. Joey James, we'll check him out here. Good speed, acceleration. And at the DM position, we're looking for some speed. We jumped up into the top spot here. We'll throw some points into him at 200. And we got a lot of points to play with, so some of this may change. Carlton Moore, again, he's got that speed, the acceleration, even some block shedding and finesse moves. No coverage ability. Could be somebody that moves the end and makes a jump overall wise. So we'll put 200 into him. All right, it's tempting to go after Brian Stiegel and Mark Rose here, but I think we're just going to kind of keep them as is. Actually, we're going to put some points into Mark Rose. I think 3 corners would be great if we could get 3. We got James leaving, and then we've only got Cornelius Houston, Albert Lemon, and Leonard Sapp returning. Double check if we got any red shirts out there. Yeah, so we've only got those corners. I'd like to get 2 freshman corners in. So Mark Rose gets 200. He's going to move up here. While I'm at it, I'll move Joey James up and Carlton Moore, Aaron Johnson. All right, so I'll offer Stiegel since we've got the lead and we're moving up. That's going to be about it. And I think with Lester, we'll offer him as well. Brian Ziegler, again, a decent junior college guy who's kind of well-rounded. can play in defense and offense equally, but at 65, I just don't know. I'm not sold. He can throw, he could be a quarterback, I can run a little, but I'm going to see if he's a junior or a sophomore because that's going to change my strategy. Yes, I just checked. So Brian Ziegler is a junior college junior. I'm torn. I think I'm just going to let it play. I'm going to offer a scholarship and kind of see how it progresses here throughout the season. I feel best about that. He's a good athlete. We could use him somewhere. He could fill in. Maybe he is a gem, jumps up 5, something like that. But again, his grades are just enough. They're enticing enough that I think he can maybe help us somewhere. Again, at quarterback, at running back, at receiver, or in the defensive backfield. Maybe at linebacker. I see some potential there. So he won't be great, but he might be good enough. All right, last on our board is Marcus Humphrey, a quarterback I added. Again, he just has B speed. That was the only thing I was kind of looking for. B agility. Acceleration's not there. Throw power, throw accuracy, not there. 56 overall, but he can break some tackles. He's elusive. He could develop, but we've signed Maxwell, so we're going to cut ties with Marcus Humphrey. All right, so we got a lot of points to use up here. I'm just going to put it into kind of the top guys overall wise. So Daryl Harris, I think we'll max out. It'd be great to, again, just sign a kicker quick. John Muse doesn't need much more. We'll go 350. Ryan Waller would be great to just keep jumping. Andy Allen, I forgot. Not sold on him. He's got great size. Speed's not there. I guess having one run-stopping D end isn't the worst. Maybe he plays, left end. He's just too good to pass up. Maybe he takes over a spot at D tackle and kicks somebody else out, but he's too good to pass up. We're gonna go 500 to him. James Collier would be great. Sean Johnson, we're jumping up. Oops, I think I mismanaged this. Yeah, so Sean Johnson, we're gonna just put all our points. Rose won't get any. We'll just keep moving up with him. And I think Sean Johnson will be our third cornerback signing. All right, so that's it. That's all our points. A lot more points in these top guys, which is good to see, and making good ground with the rest of these guys.
If you're enjoying the content, like and subscribe.
So again, it was great to sign those 6 guys in 1 week. Really freed up a lot of points. The board looks much different now for the guys we're going after. John Muse is still up there at number 1. Johnson, Anderson, Mitchell. All these guys would be great to sign. It's great if we get more points into them. Our board is looking really good. Recruiting class has started off with a bang. And we'll see how it progresses here. Some of these corners will probably come off the board next week, week 8, when we can kind of go after some more guys. But as of right now, I'm just not going to kick them off. Although it probably doesn't make a difference, but that's the plan. All right, that's going to do it for week 7. We'll jump ahead to week 8, recruiting, scouting, and strategy, and get ready to take on USC. All right, week 8, here we come. Let's jump into recruiting. So we got 850 to play with. It is week 8, so we can scour the nation, see if we can't find guys that other programs are skipping. All right, so here we go. John Muse, 99% locked. I don't think we need to keep 350 on him. We'll just put him at 50. Nobody else is going after him. I'm not concerned. Sean Johnson will get 500. Matt Anderson will get a full 500. Ray Mitchell. Okay, so SMU had their visit. They jumped 775. And that's okay. We're still in the lead. We got a visit coming up. Vince Whitaker, again, outside linebacker. Not the greatest speed, but he's got some acceleration. Got some hip power, pursuit, and play rec. Maybe some coverage as well. We'll bump him to 100. He's a hometown kid. Johnny Turner, going up 50. I'm thinking I'd like to go 500 on him. Be great to have his skill set in the middle, as he develops. It'd be great to have him in the middle. Daryl Harris, again, continue to pull away, but we got to lock up a kicker. We need a good kicker. He's coming in week 9. We'll keep pumping 500 into him. He's at 72% locked. We got to bump that up so when he comes in week 9, he signs. Andy Allen, we jumped in the lead. Got 500 on him. Again, I'm not sure what to do with him. We'll have to maybe wait and see what we find as we kind of scour the nation here for more recruits. But right now he's getting 500. He could just be a run-stopping D end, or he could get moved into D tackle. We'll have to wait and see. David Finley, I want to continue to pull away with him. As a tight end, he's got decent speed, acceleration, he can catch. Pass blocking, impact blocking is kind of up there. He can break some tackles. He's got a stiff arm. So good athlete at tight end. We'll put 500 into him. Matt Allen, I want to continue to pull away. We'll get him to 500. And oh yeah, I think week 8 we jumped to 6,000 points. So we gained 500 points for the next few weeks here, which really helps us. Ryan Waller, I think it said he was ready for a visit. Here we go, we got 2 guys. Yeah, so Finley, again, I got to see if anybody's going after them. A scholarship. So Finley, we're going to get in later. See if we can't get him versus UCLA. And then Waller, nobody else is going after him. He'll come week 9. So Waller's looking good. Charles Collier's looking good. We just put a lot more points into him, so we'll move up much faster here. And his block percentage will continue to climb. Mark Rose will continue to climb, but he's not a priority. John Parham, again, a good tight end, got good speed, acceleration, some route running, pass blocking. It looks like a good enough tight end, but I don't want to put too many points into a second tight end, so we'll keep him at 100. Joey James, again, he's got, all the C's, which is good to see. So we'll get Joey James at 500. We need a D end, somebody with speed. He's not the fastest, but C speed will get the job done for us right now. We'll get a scholarship on him. Now all of our points are maxed out. Carlton Moore. Actually, let's split the difference here. Let's get Joey James to 350. Carlton Moore to 350. I'd like to get Carlton Moore. I don't know why I thought his skill set could move to D end, but I think any of our linebackers we're recruiting can. Mark Rose moved down already, but we're going up. Aaron Johnson offered a scholarship. Just dead even with Ole Miss, but we've got the lead. Maybe once we get more points, we'll throw into him. I'm not sure. Daryl Burns looked good. Nate McCullough is coming off. Isaac Simon is coming off. Jason Anderson is coming off. Jake Vincent coming off. We're losing on him. Lester we may keep on the board. Stiegel we may keep. Ziegler I'm pulling off of. All right, Lester I'm pulling off of too. All right, so we got 10 positions left on our board. I'm gonna go scour, see what I can find, and I'll show you what I come up with. All right, here we go. Quick look at the guys I found. Wide receiver, Terrell Wheeler, great speed, acceleration's not quite there, but those are the kind of guys we're gonna be getting, I think, for a while here. But he's got good route running, so I think he can develop into somebody that could help us later on. Edgar Pratt, again, balance, speed, acceleration, and he's got the route running as well. Then I had to tackle Daryl Gordon. Looks strong, he's got good acceleration. Pass block, run block is there. Looks like he could be somebody that jumps up to 65, something like that. It could help us later on down the road. Mike Hurst, the B run block, looks really good. The B strength, B acceleration. You get somebody who could jump up maybe 67, something like that. Josh Whaley, D end. Again, just trying to find some sort of speed on the edges for us. Got C speed, C acceleration, got some power moves, got some pursuit, hit power, play rec. Looks pretty solid for what we can get. Sean Carlson, kind of more of the same. C's across the board up top, good finesse moves and hit power. Jamal Lewis is right at that 65 overall mark as outside linebacker. Good speed, acceleration, tackles there, pursuit is there. And then he's got man and zone coverage as well. Leon Green, another kicker, just in case our other kicker doesn't work out. C kick power, C accuracy. Not looking for much out of a kicker. Then another wide receiver, Nick Jefferson. Good enough speed, acceleration to C. He's got a spin. Catching leaves something to be desired, but somebody again that could develop and start as a redshirt junior, senior, something like that. And I did add another tight end. Who has good speed, good acceleration, can catch, good route running, catching traffic is there. Not necessarily a blocking tight end, but again, I look for more of a receiving tight end. This guy fits the bill. So our recruiting board is still looking strong. Hopefully we can wrap up some of these top guys again and just continue to free up more points for the guys we're adding. But again, we've started off, we've got 6 great recruits already and really pulling away with a lot of these guys up top. So that's great to see. All right, let's move on to scouting. All right, USC is coached by Dante Williams. Offensively, they got the air raid. They're balanced run and pass. They're going to be a little bit more conservative on those long distance downs, so some draws, some screens, and they're not going to go no huddle. Defensively, they're a 3-3-5, which I think is a tougher defense to run some of those read options against. but we'll see what we can do. They're pretty balanced defending and run in the pass. They're going to be pretty aggressive, so we'll have to look at maybe some of the blitzes they come at us with and be ready for that. Skill-wise, Dante is a level 22. A lot of his stuff is into recruiting, so we don't have to worry about much gameplay-wise. Defensively, Justin Wilcox, level 30. They get all the bonuses, so all their great players are going to be bumped up even a little bit more. Offensively, more of the same with Sam Pittman. Everything's maxed out except those top two. So they're going to have great athletes on the field, and they're just going to get bumped up even more. So we'll have to be ready for that challenge. So it's nothing new to us, playing great athletes with bonuses, but we'll certainly have to bring our A game. All right, player-wise, we'll start on offense here. Quarterback Demetrius Jones, 6'5", 211, redshirt senior, 99 overall. He's going to be a problem. He can run, throw power, throw accuracy is really up there. He's by far the best quarterback we've faced this year. All right, next we have tight end Michael Massey, 6'8", 266. As a senior, 96 overall. He's got good speed, acceleration for a tight end. You can see all his catching attributes are really good, and he can block as well. And then when he gets the ball, he's got the strength to break tackle, so our linebackers are going to be ready to guard him. Next we've got redshirt senior Paul Walker at wide receiver, 94 overall. Good speed, acceleration, agility. His catching is phenomenal. He can catch in traffic. Spec catches up there. Not really a jump ball kind of guy, but he can get off a jam. Carrying is up there. He can break some tackles once he gets the ball. Decent enough spin and juke move. So he's definitely a weapon for them. Lastly, we've got redshirt senior David McNamara at running back, 89 overall. You can see he just got a bump. Went up +1. But he's got good speed, acceleration, good agility. He can break tackles. Carrying is up there. He can truck a little bit, probably more than a little bit. He's elusive. Ball carrier vision's up there, 92. Not that strong, but he's got a good stiff arm, spin, juke. So he's going to be a problem coming out of the backfield. Defensively, let's start with middle linebacker Robert Holloway, redshirt junior, 93 overall. Good speed and acceleration. Again, somebody who's going to cause problems all over the field coming from the middle of their defense. Got a good tackle. Play rec is way up there. Block shedding's up there. Pursuit. He can cover zone and man. Hit power's at 93. He's strong. He can rush the passer. So he's definitely somebody that we can't really stop him, but hopefully we can kind of contain him and limit the damage he can do. Next, I've got redshirt senior Andrew Hefner at cornerback, 87 overall. Good speed, acceleration, agility. We kind of knew that was coming with USC. He's got really good man coverage, zone coverage, press. He can catch well for a defensive back. Play rec is up there. Really good pursuit. Tackling is good enough for a cornerback. He's got some hit power. So definitely somebody that can cause a problem in our passing game. Next, I've got defensive tackle Andrew McPherson, redshirt senior, 6'1", 278, 86 overall. He's got good speed, acceleration for D tackle. Awareness is up there. Good enough strength and tackle. Got really good power moves, finesse move. Block shedding is up there. Really good pursuit. Got some hit power. So our interior offensive linemen are going to have to be on their game to stop him. And then lastly on defense, they got right end Cameron Freund, 6'3", 255-pound senior, 84 overall. Not the fastest, not the greatest acceleration, but his strength is up there. Got some tackle, some power moves, some finesse moves. So he's just well balanced at right end. He's got good enough pursuit and then really good hit power. So again, a team that has really good players at every level of their defense. All right, let's head over, take a look at their depth chart, see if we can find any weaknesses. All right, quarterback we saw, Demetrius Jones. He's going to be a problem. They got Kevin Bennett coming up after him, and then Jamin Raymond. What a name, it rhymes. So if Demetrius goes down, Kevin could probably step in without missing a beat. So they're set at quarterback. Running back, we saw David McNamara. Backing him up is John Richardson. Again, looks like a solid running back. Cooper and Chad Schaffer. Fullback they probably don't use, but they got a pretty good one in Jeremy Gatewood. Wide receiver, we saw Paul Walker. And they go Martin Gore, Patrick Davis, Justin Crosby, Justin Johnson, and Massey fills in. So a solid receiving core. Paul Walker is by far the best. He's got the speed, acceleration. So they'll be looking to throw to him. and Massey, I think, quite a bit. And then backing up Massey is Harris, Jenkins. Again, solid tight ends. You knew USC was going to be solid everywhere. Left tackle, they go 83. Left guard 75, so something maybe we could attack. Although every time I think I can attack the O-line, it doesn't really work. So we just got to continue to do what we do. Send blitzes at the right time, mix things up, and just kind of stay solid defensively, I think. Center goes 85, right guard 88, right tackle 84. So a solid O-line. Defensive line, Andrew Elliott comes in at 82, good speed, acceleration. Then Freund is there. D-tackle, we saw McPherson behind him. Jason Smith at 76, solid enough. Left outside linebacker, they got a good freshman here. He's only 75 overall, not the fastest. So maybe something we could target there. Middle linebacker we saw, he's going to cover ground. He's going to cause problems. Outside linebacker, 71. Okay, looks promising maybe to the outside. If we can kind of take care of the initial D linemen and get to the linebackers, we could have some success running the ball. And that's how I'm going to check his pass coverage. 68-62. So we get running backs out of the backfield on Washington and Keys maybe. So we'll have to keep that in mind. I'm going to write that down. All right, cornerback wise, we saw Andrew Hefner. Then Dotson's behind him. Again, looks solid enough. Then they got Terrence Freund coming in as a freshman. Looks like a really good one for them in their nickel spot. And then Crosby's going to play both ways here. Be their dime corner at 74 overall. Free safeties at 81. Again, solid enough. Strong safeties at 78 as a sophomore. So they're solid all around. Nothing glaring, I think, besides maybe those linebackers being a little bit low overall. Kickers look solid. Peterson's at 88. Williams at 97. Kick returner is going to be John Richardson, and punt returner. And then their long snapper is Tom Timmons. All right, now that we've scouted, let's go ahead and spin our event wheel and see what's happening with our team this week. All right, our first spin, we get running back ability to 20%. Well, I think that's what we're on. We'll maybe knock it down to 15 or 10. All right, next. Our tackling goes to 15% as a team. So 2 negative spins this week, taking on a really good team. So that's going to hurt us, but we'll go ahead and take care of those now. All right, so we recruited, we scouted, we spun the event wheel. Game plan wise, I feel like when I try to target, this O lineman or that, somebody else on their O line kind of picks them up anyways. So I think I'm just going to continue to play the situation as I have been. But for me, again, just playing the situation, understanding what our strength is, and then just continue to mix it up on defense. So that's the game plan for now, and probably going forward, unless we see a really glaring, mismatch. So that's going to do it for this episode. And until the next one, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.